All right, all right, all right. Woo! The day is here. Candid Conversations from a Woman's Perspective, hosted by Sisters of Motivational Empowerment. And we have the one and only in the house with us today, DJ Monie, the risque DJ. Woo! Look,
Yay!
can y'all see? Can y'all see why we call her the risque
Oh wait,
DJ?
let me stand up
Yes,
so you can really
girl,
take a look.
no one could do it like you, my sister. No one. Wow,
Thank you,
wow.
thank you.
Look, I know anyone who's watching, they're saying, oh my goodness, doesn't she look fabulous?
Oh,
And y'all
thank
are going to
you.
know who she is and what all of this means as she is settling in her environment. And we're getting ready to share some juicy with you. I mean, some juicy, juicy. Man, okay. We've been talking about this for a while, and we finally decided it was time. It was
Yes.
time to, bring Miss Risque on, and so you guys could learn all about who she is and how she's taken the industry with her brand by storm and really, really making a mark out there. And so today, let me tell you a little bit. First, let me share, hosted by Sisters of Motivational Empowerment, a community that's committed to empowering women, professional women across the board who are willing to live life on their own terms. You can learn more about our community. Just visit someonamission.com. And so today, let me tell you a little bit about our special, amazing guest, DJ, entrepreneur, body positive influencer. DJ Monie is a multifaceted party starter and a force to be reckoned with behind those turntables. And I've seen her play, you guys. Although DJ Monie prides herself on being the risque DJ, the brand has proven to be irresistible to men and women alike. So she's infiltrating everybody with her energy and her unique vibe. So, with a growing social media following, DJ Monie is focused on aligning herself with strategic partners that complement her brand and her brand messages. And as we begin this dialogue, you will learn more about her. So, her current collabs, let me just tell you, Marcus Mark, Playboy Centerfold, Mark Handsome, and her list goes on and on to the things that she is creatively connected with. Her talents, her gifts extends beyond what I can share with you today. So we're not going to keep you waiting any longer. We're just going to bring in our amazing and risque DJ Monie. Woo! Welcome, welcome, my beautiful sister. I'm so excited to have you here today. Let's
Thank
begin this
you.
conversation.
Listen,
Um,
that I must say that was a dynamic intro. I've never been introduced so well. So thank you so much for that.
it's the truth. I mean, it's the truth. I admire and I respect you. And I think that a lot of women out there might have it in them, but they're scared. They're not going to take the risk like you have. But there's so much more to you. There's so much more. And just look, listen, how did this all begin? Tell us a little bit about how did this all begin?
Well, boy, how did this begin? I actually moved to Las Vegas February 2020. Unbeknownst to us, the world was getting ready to shut down. We came out here to party. We came out here to have a great time, and world shut down. I'm like, okay, we can't go to the club. We can't do nothing. So I just started bringing the little Bluetooth speaker outside. We had a great little view, and just jamming. And one day I literally woke up and was like, I want to DJ, and
Wow.
ordered equipment, really just spent time on YouTube. I call it YouTube University, just really like diving in, teaching myself everything that I could soak up. And I looked around at the different DJs that were in the city, and I realized that there was no risque DJ. So I kind of saw the need. I figured Las Vegas, people are coming here for bachelor, bachelorettes, they're coming here for, specific events. And
Hmm.
who doesn't want a sexy DJ? So
Okay.
I created the brand. I really came out here and gave these DJs a run for their money. I had no clue what the hell I was doing. Keep in mind,
Hmm.
but branding is everything. If you look like $1 million, then people feel like you're worth $1 million. And so
Hmm.
I set my rate where I felt comfortable, doing what I was going to have to do, and the rest is history.
Wow. I mean, so when you did your first gig, right?
Mhm.
Let because we're going to kind of go back a bit, and then we're going to come forward. But let's go when you first did that first gig. What happened? What did you do?
Ooh, my first gig, I would say that really kind of mattered. You were doing things for friends, and, it was COVID, so we were doing things online or what have you. But my first gig that I can remember was at Harding Dispensary. When I first started DJing, I was doing house and EDM. That was what I wanted to
Wow.
do. And they hired me to do hip hop, and I had no clue what the hell I was doing. I think the night before I was outside just boohoo crying, like I completely felt defeated. If anybody has ever tried their hand at DJing, they will understand it's a complete difference, in DJing those two. But I had a mentor, DJ Q. Shout out to DJ Q, Female
Mm,
DJ Association. I met her online, and she was just so nice and so kind and so helpful. And she just really helped me through it all, just coaching from afar because she lives in New Jersey. But yeah, I just really took it by the horns, and I feel like I did my absolute best. And hey, I'm still going. So
wow. But the amazing thing about that is you had no clue what you were doing, but here you are, right?
Aloysia, I never know what I'm doing. Honestly, like anything that I've done in the past 10 to 12 years, I've literally taught myself. I learned online and just really just went for it. Like I'll tell anybody, you can do anything if you really want to do it. There's enough resources out here, and that wasn't the case 20 years ago,
Right.
So the
Hmm.
resources are out there. If there's something that you want to do, then don't be afraid. Just jump out there. You got it.
No, look, no doubt, because of my passion for empowering women, and part of Candid Conversations from a woman's perspective is all about bringing women together, creating this platform so women out there who are not seen can now be seen. Their messages can get out. And although we know you're already being seen, we want to we want to the goal of this is so that other women can be inspired by you, because I think it's so inspiring that you stepped out of the box, not having a clue. You saw a need. They always say that when you can solve a problem or you see a need and you can fill that gap, amazing things start to unfold, right? And that's
Absolutely.
exactly what you did. So I want to dig a little bit into this before I piggyback.
Okay.
So I know that you spoke Playboy.
Yes.
Playboy.
Yes.
Man, how did that happen? I mean, tell us about that.
Um, so I just again, you went over my bio. Like I'm really looking for brands that align with my brand and my brand message. Playboy absolutely has, this prestige. They've withstood the test of time. in regards to a brand. I DJ in lingerie and costumes. So I figured, hey, let me try and see if I can get on with Playboy. And so I applied for Playboy Centerfold, which is a platform that you can monetize, DJing on there. You can go live. You can, sell your photos and videos. You can talk to your fans, things of that nature. So I applied for that. But while waiting to hear back, I saw that there was a Playboy Centerfold competition right down the street. So I jumped on that and applied for that and went out there with my old ass.
Stop
And
it.
we're competing with these 20 somethings who have already had their bodies altered, and I'm all natural, I'm 41, I'll be
Ooh,
42 on Friday. I've had my child naturally. Like, what you see is what you get, and so I
yeah.
went out there with all the confidence in the world. I didn't place. However, a couple days later, I got an email from Playboy Centerfold saying that I had made the cut. So I became Playboy Centerfold anyway.
Ooh. Look, I I think that is so phenomenal because it tells you that age really doesn't matter. It's all
Mhm.
about a mindset and your vision and perspective on how you view life. And that's exactly how you saw it.
I feel like you can do anything, especially if you exude the confidence. People will believe you.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, that's the key word you said there, confidence. Well, look, I think Playboy made the right decision because you
Thank you.
absolutely stand in that space with absolute truth and without any alteration, all natural and a mother. Oh my God. My
Yeah.
hat's off to you, my
Thank you.
sister.
Thank you
And
so much. Thank you. And I want to inspire women to just embrace who they are, embrace maturing, embrace motherhood, embrace being a wife, embrace being an entrepreneur, embrace going to work. Whatever it is that you're doing, embrace it. My mom told me, whatever you do, be the best. You know what I
yes.
mean? So, whatever it is, just be the best. Put your whole ass and not your half ass.
You know, say it again. Say it again. I hope that those words that you just shared will reach into, if it's one woman, it will propel her to step out there and not be hindered by fear or what they think others will think or that something might be too saggy. Because, truly, Monie, the industry has really made it difficult because there's so many stigmas. Have you faced any of that? And tell us a little bit about that.
I really feel like it's mostly personal, and what I've learned from a lot of my friends who have already gone under the knife and altered things, it's almost like it's never enough.
Yeah.
Everybody wants what they don't have. I remember growing up, I had a big booty. Everybody wanted a big booty. Oh, then, it's like, okay, the girls who have little boobs want big boobs. The big boob girls want to have a breast reduction. It's like
They're
everybody
never
wants what they
satisfied.
know, and I'm like, okay, at the end of the day, let's just embrace this journey. If I was complaining about, oh, okay, I got, this little pooch here and I don't like my back roll there. It's a gym upstairs. If you don't like it, go do something about it. If you're not going to do anything about it, then just embrace that.
Yes, yes. No, I agree with you. I remember, because I was heavily into bodybuilding and all of that at one point. And I'm still very physical, but not like I used to be. And at some point, as you start going through the aging process, you look at the younger woman, you go, man, I remember when my booty looked like that. It shrunk. It's not that size anymore.
Hmm.
And you find yourself comparing. And
Hmm.
I so agree with what you just said. Embrace who you are. And if you don't like it, God darn it, go do something about it.
Hmm.
Say that again. I agree with you 100%. Rather than sit around and complain, fix it.
Listen, I'm not going to say I'm never going to get anything done. Just right now, for me, I don't need that. I don't
Yeah.
feel like I need that. My husband still like it, so
Hey, well, look, stand up again, because obviously they might have missed this when you first stood up. I mean, to our viewers, okay? Nothing needs to be altered there.
thank you.
Man, I embrace you. So let's go back. Let's travel back a little bit. What did you do before this? Tell us about your journey.
Oh boy, where do you want to begin?
I just begin because I know it's a journey. I know.
Yeah. So my mom has always been an entrepreneur my whole life. At 12, I had to start my own business. I had to come up with my own business plan and submit it to my mother for funding. So shout out to
Wow.
my mom.
Shout
I'm
out.
the boss, bitch. But we had to pay bills, we had to balance our checkbooks, we had to do these things. And so I think she just really laid that foundation there for me, so when I got to the age where I could work, I understood that it was a means to an end. It wasn't what I was necessarily going to be building a career out of. And so I worked very hard. Even in high school, I had two jobs at one time. I was cheering, I was dancing, I was still
Wow.
trying to hold down a social life. I went to college. I changed my major to dance. I got hurt, went home. A year later, I decided to get married. A year and a half after that, we decided to, have a baby. And, you know, life was great until it wasn't. And I found
Right.
myself being a single mom now,
Mm.
and now that I go back and do the math, I'm like, how the hell did I do that? Like, I was an assistant manager working in a retail store making $9 an hour. How did I
Wow.
pay rent, daycare, bills, car payments, gas, food?
Mm.
Like, it doesn't add up. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
Granted, things were a lot cheaper back then, but I still look at it and I'm like, okay, I did it. I persevered. I showed my daughter, you can own your own business. I quit corporate America in 2017. um, I had a high profile job. I, thought my shit didn't stink. But at the end of the day, my life didn't belong to me.
Yeah.
And I didn't like that. I still had my entrepreneurial dreams. And I'm like, okay, well, if you're willing to put all of this time, energy, effort into building this, then what are you willing to do for yourself? And
Mm.
so I started doing all nighters. I would go to work, I'd come back, I'd go to the gym, I'd cook dinner, make sure my kid was good. And then I started working on my dreams. And then every
Wow.
day it was repeat, repeat, repeat. Um, I came to the West Coast 2017, and it was a crash and burn type
Wow.
situation.
Wow.
you know, um, we literally moved out here with every, little bit of money we had in my bank account, and found ourselves in a position where we were literally like homeless. We were living in hotels and,
Mm.
trying to survive. And I couldn't tell my family. They were already worried about me. But we decided to come back after 6 months or so of being in LA, and press that reset button and tried to get refocused. I knew I wanted to come back West Coast,
Mm-hmm.
um, and then was on this crazy journey of like dating, which was absolutely crazy. The summer before I met my husband, I went on 75 first dates.
Oh my
Um,
God.
my friend and I were planning to do a reality show. Like, it was a whole situation. And I came back to LA. I stayed with her and ended up meeting her brother,
Wow.
who is now my husband. We've yet to spend a night apart since we've met. And he's super supportive. He manages me, and we work together every day. We're together all the time. Like, it's been a really wild and amazing journey, and I'm grateful that I just went for it. I'm grateful that I didn't let anybody tell me no. I'm grateful that I'm living out my dreams. I'm grateful that I, get to wake up in the morning and do what I want.
Yes.
So, and then I've been a nudist my whole life, so now I get to be paid to be out here half naked.
Oh my gosh.
So that's
Oh,
my long story short as to how, I got here, the background and everything. But yeah, it's been amazing. I wouldn't trade any of it for the world.
so the greatest challenge, how did you feel? Like, what was that pivoting point during the course of those challenges that you obviously saw as opportunities? What were those pivot? I mean, sleeping, basically almost homeless,
Hmm.
struggling,
Hmm.
75 first dates,
Hmm.
then you meet her brother.
Hmm.
What happened? Like, what was that pivoting breakthrough moment that, you were able to just sort of push through? What was it that kept you going and not give up?
I know I want more, and I know what I'm capable of. I know that I have, I was doing brand management and graphic design for the past several years. I've put so much into other people's brands and watched them be successful off of what I've created. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So again, I'm giving people something that I'm not giving myself. And I think that was the pivotal part where I was just like, okay, again, what are you going to do for you?
Mm,
And I had to put myself first. I just fired all of my clients. I love you guys. Appreciate you for helping me get here. But right now, I need to be number one, and I think that's
yeah.
okay.
Yes.
Is it easy all the time? No, it's not. Are there some ramen nights? There's some ramen nights from time to time. But I'm doing what I want to do.
Mm, freedom.
Yeah, some people are eating ramen building someone else's dreams.
Yes. So true. And so when you weigh it, I'll eat it building my own.
Sure
Yes.
will.
Yes. Yes. Woo. That's powerful there, sis. That's powerful because how many people go to work every day miserable, okay?
Hmm.
And they have a dream and never live their dreams. They say the graveyard uh is filled with more dreams of people who never fulfill their dreams. And I don't know if it's because they feared living their dreams or they just didn't know. They didn't know how to reach beyond like you did.
First, let me say this. When I worked in corporate America, people talk shit about me.
Um,
People are talking
I
shit
know.
about me now. So, you know what I'm saying? At the
Yeah.
end of the day, do what you want to do. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like, you can let your dream die with you, but for what? When you really calculate how much your dream really costs, you
Mm,
know, I ask people all the time, okay, so for you to live comfortably, how much money do you need to bring in on a monthly basis? And people will say something like, 4,000, 10,000. Okay, so what skill set do you have that can generate that money? Write it
mm,
all down, quantify it,
mm.
put a number next to it. You know what I'm saying? And once you are able to make that list, and you'll be surprised how long that list is, and you
That's
start to
right.
calculate how much you're willing to do these things for, you've surpassed what you thought you needed to make on a monthly basis. So, what's holding you back truly from your
Mm-hmm.
dream? Do
Mm,
you really want
mm. Yes. Yes. That's the big question right there. How bad do you really want it? And they ask, what is your why? Okay, so you have this dream. What is your why? Why are you going to work every day? And
Mm-hmm.
what is it going to take for you to get from where you are to where you truly desire to be? I hope
Mm-hmm.
someone heard what you just said, and it really fills them to think about that.
Mm-hmm.
So you said something about you helped other people build their brands.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still work with clients, or you've given that up for now completely? Or will
Ah,
will you be willing to do it based on, the community, and are you?
it depends on what it is. It depends on, I used to interview my clients before deciding to take them on as a client. And one of my major questions is, are you difficult to work with?
Mm,
Because if the answer to that question is yes, then I cannot. Like, I just don't have that energy. If it's going to be something simple and our energy is flowing, and, some people are very demanding, some people are very difficult to work with, some people are impossible to please, and in my experience, it's generally the person who wants to pay the least.
right.
So
Yeah.
my
True.
client who has paid me the most money to date was the most difficult person to get on the phone. They didn't have time
Wow.
to talk to me.
Mm, wow. Wow. That's a mouthful there, right? Mm,
That part.
yeah. Okay. Wow. So what has been one of your greatest lessons that has led you to stand in your truth no matter what?
I think really it's what I said earlier. People are going to have something to say regardless. So you might as well do what you want to do. At the end of the day, when you're in that box and they close that lid, you're in there by yourself.
Mm,
You're in there by
mm,
yourself. You know what
mm.
I mean? So you might as well do what you want to do. You don't know when your expiration date is. I had to stop putting things off for tomorrow. What I can do today, do it today.
That's right. Woof, man. You know, Monie, I look at you, and it really motivates me, as an entrepreneur, and reminds me to just stay the course, because sometimes you think to yourself, it's easier
Mhm,
to work a job and forget your dream for most.
mhm,
But for me, it's easier to follow my dreams
mhm,
than work a job making someone else's dream a reality, like
mhm,
yourself, right?
mhm.
And you are a true reminder of that. That
Thank
look,
you.
age is no barrier. Whatever your finances are, everybody started from somewhere. People look at people who have risen, and they think they started there. They started with nothing also, right?
Mhm.
And they climbed their way to where they are. They worked hard day in and day out. And I think part of it too is people are afraid to work hard. They're comfortable being uncomfortable, and they stay in that discomfort, and it becomes part of how they live comfortably in their lives and make
Absolutely.
excuses, right? And
Absolutely.
so when you worked in corporate America
Mhm,
and you saw yourself going to work every day, basically living paycheck to paycheck. I don't even care if you were making six figures, because when you're waking up on someone else's clock,
mhm.
okay, there's no freedom there. And to me, freedom is vital,
Yes.
because there's one life. And
Yes.
so when you stood in your life, this is before marriage, even at that younger stage, what was it that moved you? What moved you in your own soul that something's wrong here? Like, what was that awakening for you in that young period of your life as an individual woman?
I mean, I I knew I wanted more. I knew I wanted to be doing my own thing. I knew that I had a young daughter that I needed to inspire. I knew that bills needed to be paid. I knew that, you know what I mean? Like, what kept me going is everyday life. There was moments that I was depressed. There was moments where I contemplated suicides. There was moments
Mm,
where my mom said, if you don't get your ass out of that bed, I'm going to drive 3 hours and drag you out. You know, I
wow.
know what that's like. I
Mm,
know what binge eating is like. I know what not eating is like. I know what not being able to afford to eat is like. But I also know what the steak and the caviar tastes like. You know what I'm saying? And I prefer that life. You know what I
mm.
mean? And I remember very vividly me and one of my friends. This is when I was living in Atlanta before I moved to LA for the first time. I was just doing graphic design and I was damn near giving it away because I didn't feel like people would pay what I wanted them to pay. So I was
Wow.
always cutting deals and cutting myself short, which is why I couldn't pay my bills, right? Everybody
Mm,
else was okay, but
yeah.
we're the ones suffering, right?
Yes. Yes.
Um, but she came over and we were drinking mimosas and eating fresh strawberries and pineapples. And my brother came over and he was like, he looked around, he had the music going, and he said, wait a minute, I thought you was broke. I was like, I am. He's like, but you're drinking champagne. I said, yes, my struggle goes best with champagne. At the end of the day, whatever I paid for that bottle, it wasn't going to pay a bill. You might as well enjoy it. Listen, my
Oh,
struggle tastes best with champagne and chocolate covered strawberries.
I love it. I love. Woo, woo. That's good.
Mhm.
I like that. My struggle tastes best with champagne. Man, woo. That needs to be written on something. You need to.
Right? I might
You
make
need
a
to.
shirt.
Yes, my Listen.
Yeah. Don't
Okay.
nobody steal my idea. Y'all heard me say it first.
That's no, she's get when we hang up from this podcast, she's going to go ensure that she seals that. That's
Yes.
powerful.
Yes.
And you know, the thing about it, I remember sharing with you as we kind of prepared for this podcast that even in my greatest struggle, people thought I always had because okay, just because I'm struggling doesn't mean I have to look like it or
Yeah.
carry myself or dress like if I'm like poor me, poor Aloysia. Absolutely not. I have pride. Okay.
Yeah.
I take pride in myself. And I think that struggle is about uh breakthroughs.
Hmm.
Struggle, as I've heard it said, every setback is a setup for a comeback.
Hmm.
And I've always seen struggles in that way. And even when I felt at my lowest, I concurred with you. It's like that inner voice, Aloysia, you got to get up out of this and
Hmm.
you got to get out there and make something happen. And
Absolutely.
so, yeah, I hope that someone out there really can feel that energy coming from you. But I have a question to ask you, though, as you know, because we know that in the midst of all the risque and excitement, that life comes with struggles. And we want
Yes.
people to know it takes work. But
Yes.
the work is sweet when you truly dream and have a desire, to fulfill those dreams. But I have a question I'm sure the audience will want to know. What's the riskiest thing you've done?
Whoa. I mean, from what angle?
Just any angle. It could be,
I
you
mean,
said you're a nudist.
I am, I say risque can be a couple of things. So from the life perspective, the riskiest thing that I did was leave my comfort zone.
Yes.
and go West Coast and follow my dreams and, do that thing. Sexually, hmm, I had sex. Ooh, mom. I hope my mom doesn't ever watch this. I had sex in my mother's kitchen
Oh,
while she was at home.
ooh,
My grandmother was there too.
ooh.
That was probably
The risque is thing.
yeah. I mean, I I am a part of, the women's group, and we were talking about love clouds the other day, and I do definitely want to do that. Join the Mile High Club. So
Yes, you mentioned that, and I said, me too. For anyone that has no clue what it is, look it up.
yeah, shout out to Love Cloud. Look, maybe they'll hire me to do some promotions or something. So next time I'll
Yes,
just say a company. I'm not gonna mention your name. So
that will be one of my risqueest is up in the air.
yeah, Mile High
Yeah,
Club. Let's do it.
yeah. The Mile High Club. I'm loving it. Wow. Look, listen, you are definitely living life on your own terms. And what can we say but salute you?
Thank
I mean,
you.
just salute you. You're a dynamic and amazing young woman
Thank you.
that because you said 42. You're still a young spring chicken.
Listen, I'm about to rock this like, who is that Cher? She out there with her ass out at 70. That's what I'm trying to do.
Exactly.
Shout
No
out to my girl
hindrances.
Nina.
It, I mean, I don't know if our sister that's in the audience has a question for you. I mean, we could take a moment and she's free to ask, or we can continue if she
Yeah,
doesn't want to.
Nina's my spirit animal.
Yeah, yeah. Good people. I mean, just so everyone knows, we're just, as I shared in the beginning, all part of a collective community and sisterhood that really, when we come together in our sister talk circle discussions, we really open. We're very transparent. We don't nothing. We hold nothing back. And whether we agree or don't agree, we share, we respect, and we honor and support each other. And it's really something that's missing. And it's part of why we said it's time to really in this podcast really just open it up so that women out there can really know there's a space where it's sacred, it's safe, and we want to come together and create a platform, or we are creating a platform that we can share who we are, and where we're going. And you may think, ladies, that you can do it all alone, but let me just tell you, you want to speak on that, DJ Monie?
Team is everything. I tell people all the time, Beyonce can't be Beyonce without a team. Like you have to be able to trust people. You have to be able to trust yourself that you're selecting the right people to be around you and, carry your brand with pride and with care. I think that takes a lot of self growth and evaluation, and really understand what it is that you need. What is it that you're looking for? How can people
Right.
best help you? How can people best serve you? And what is it that you have to offer? Because it's a mutual thing. It should always be mutual energy. Whether I'm giving you money, you're giving me something in exchange, or I'm giving you energy, you should be pouring back into me in some way, shape, or form. So I believe that team is everything. And like I said, surrounding yourself with the right people and selecting the right people, trusting yourself to select the right people, and being
Yes.
clear on your intentions and what it is that you're actually looking for. I think is extremely important.
Wow. I couldn't have said it better. Woof. Monie, DJ Monie. I'm so happy that we really took the time to spend together. And this won't be the first time. There will be other dialogues. Maybe a
Absolutely.
different kind of dialogue, but you've only just seen the beginning. And sis, is there anything you want to share? Because you look really way too amazing to just stay on here with me. Uh,
I'm actually getting ready to get in the bathtub and take some birthday pictures. So check out my Playboy Centerfold, centerfold.com/the DJ Monie. That's where all of the birthday pictures will be. And if you are in Vegas, I don't know how you're going to air this or whenever, but Friday is my birthday. I will be at the Ghost Bar. Um, on
woo!
Wednesday and Thursday, I will be at Big Jerk on Friday for my official birthday celebration. I've got girls flying into town, so this should be a really great weekend. I also will be live streaming on my Twitch for my birthday, 9 p.m. on Friday Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific. So that should be a fun time also. So yeah, tap in
And
with your girl.
wait, for those that, so if they just clarify on Twitch,
Mhm.
they'll find you as DJ Monie.
Yes, so it's twitch.tv/the DJ Monie.
Okay.
I'm the DJ Monie on just about every platform. Mixcloud, I have my mixes up. So you should be able to go on there and click on. I think I have like maybe 4 mixes. So go over there, click on, something and get your jam on. I got some clean mixes, I got some dirty mixes. So there's a little bit for everybody. For any other melanated female DJ that might get to view this wonderful video, I also am the founder of Melanated DJs, which is a female DJ coalition for melanated DJs. So
Wow.
definitely go over there and check that out. I'm really building a community where we can share resources and other new up and coming DJs don't have to go through what I went through trying to teach myself everything. Maybe we can all collaborate and share our knowledge across the community. And for seasoned DJs, that hopefully you'll learn something new. So definitely check that out. And again, check me out on all platforms, Instagram, especially the DJ Monie, Monie.
Yes. Wow. Self-taught. You heard it from the woman herself, DJ Monie, the risque DJ. It has been such a pleasure and joy. I know you're in the process of birthday celebrations.
Yeah.
I thank you so much for sharing this time with me and just being transparent. And for all of you who judge, she's doing the
Yeah.
damn thing, okay?
Hey,
So
listen, they say all press is great press, okay?
that's
So
right.
feel free to write about me. I'm taking all press. But I do appreciate you taking time out to speak with me. So thank you so much for having me.
It has been a pleasure. And thank you so much. Happy birthday.
Thank
Enjoy it
you.
to the maximum and to the fullest. And we
You know
look
I
forward
will.
to, yes, we look forward to having you with us again. Enjoy. Happy
Absolutely.
birthday.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure. All right. Woo!